Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Ball with Palmer. Whew, man, it was a kind of crazy, busy weekend. I mean, not just sports, but just for me, man, I was doing so much. So I do apologize for not getting any other videos out over the weekend. I mean, Friday was watching the Chiefs game with some friends. Saturday was pretty much just a full day. I was getting chores done before all the games, and then was watching full day. I actually went to a Mizzou watch party for the Border War, and then went straight from there to watch the Michigan Oklahoma game with some friends, and then of course was watching. And I had church, and then was just watching NFL yesterday. So I kind of wanted to focus on watching that, and then because it's only fair, so that way I can have my full just be better prepared, have a better episode put out. And with that being said, on this episode, I'll be recapping the Royals and Braves weekend series against, the Royals played the Twins and the Braves played the Mariners. Both were respectively at home, as in the Braves and Royals were. But I'll be recapping that. And then English is my second language. Previewing their upcoming series this week and their opponents. Obviously, focusing on the first series, and then in a later video this week, I'll be talking about both of their weekend series. But with that being said, the Royals did, hey, and what was kind of a rough weekend, especially if you're in Kansas City, depending on what side you lean on. But it was a rough Friday night with the Chiefs losing. And then rough Saturday, depending. I mean, I know there's K State and KU fans that live in Missouri. I mean, obviously in the Kansas City area, but even just in the western half of the state. But kind of, especially if you were across the border, I mean, K State lost to Army, and then MIZ, baby, Mizzou won the border war. So, I mean, just at least for me, I mean, yeah, the Chiefs lost. At least the Royals took 2 out of 3, kind of helped it. And then just like, hey, Mizzou winning just like kind of helped the vibes all weekend. So, man, I'm still like baseball getting a little crushed, but man, I swear, still football a little bit. My team winning or losing kind of determines my mood for the weekend and at least a little bit the first part of the week. So I'm like a little bit like I'm happy, especially because on the college side, my team won, but man, Chiefs losing. But hey, I'll talk about that in the Chiefs game in a later video. But at least the only Kansas City team that won on Friday night was the Royals, but they did take 2 out of 3 in this series, especially coming off the series loss to the Angels, and then the past weekend against the Tigers, which I was okay with because it was Detroit and they're really good. I mean, you were competitive in that series, but you did on a 9-game homestand, not all that great. Uh, I mean, you went 4-5, so it was a losing homestand, and they have been really good at home lately. So that's like again, losing to the Tigers, fine. The Tigers are in first; they have one of the best records in the league, and again, you were competitive. But losing the series to the Angels was unacceptable. Now, and what makes it even more frustrating is, I mean, I'll talk more, but even just quick look, like, well, now you're 2 back, but you were at one point again, like, you've still, like, the Mariners, Yankees, Red Sox, Rangers, all the teams you're competing with, all haven't been doing as good in the same stretch. So it's like cool, you didn't lose anything because they're not playing all that great either. But had you taken the series against Detroit, had you at least taken, if not swept, which they honestly really needed to sweep one of the Angels or the Twins, and then you didn't. So and losing the series to the Angels and then only taking 2 out of 3, which I mean, great. Again, like you're 2 back, but you might be in a playoff spot right now if you take that series at least take the series against the Angels and took that series against the Tigers. But hey, again, you're still right there, but man, I don't know. But before I completely go into Friday's game, Bobby did leave the game early, and it was the 7th inning, I believe it was, or it was I think it was after the 6th inning, going into the top of the 7th, or it was after the top of the 6th. Like he came out, and then like he wasn't hitting that inning, and then he just didn't come out on defense in the 7th. I can't remember. I know it was reported on in the 7th. So like again, it could have been he exited after the top of the 6th, and then he never came up to bat, and then just obviously didn't. So then that's when it gets reported because if he leaves, he could be just in the batting cage or something, or hey, he's in the restroom, because I'm sure there's times especially during the game, players got to go. So hey, but you're not gonna think anything too much then. But he doesn't come out on defense, then it's Bobby didn't come out. So, but he did come out with low back spasms. And then he didn't play Saturday, and he didn't play yesterday. So we'll see, because obviously I'm recording this around 11 o'clock Central Time. Obviously, there's no lineup. I mean, it's a night game. Usually the lineup doesn't come out till probably more 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, maybe a little bit later, but around that time. So no lineups. And I haven't seen any major updates, and I'm sure we'll know more once we see the lineup card. So hopefully he plays tonight, because they're going to need him down this stretch to try and make the playoffs. But at the same time, obviously you don't want to rush him back. You don't want him to aggravate and have that injury turn into a lot more serious. And again, and I feel like that's part of why he didn't play Saturday and Sunday is, I mean, again, I feel like you should have swapped them, but you were playing the Twins, kind of, you don't need to rush them back in that series. Let them rest, get some rest. I mean, obviously you're at home. I mean, I saw him in the dugout. Obviously he was at the stadium that, you saw him in the dugout. But so hopefully he comes back this week, or, I mean, if he misses a week, I mean, these next 2 weeks are a little bit tough because you do play the Indians this week and the Phillies, and then next week, I mean, you'll have them at home, but you'll play Seattle and Toronto. And then after that, you'll get the Angels again and A's on the road. So the Royals end the regular season on the road. But, and again, I mean, obviously you're not in a playoff spot, so it's still if. But if you make the playoffs, you want Bobby healthy for the playoffs. But so he did come out of Friday's game. Now you did win on Friday 2-1 over the Twins. I'll talk pitch and go here real quick, man. I mean, I wouldn't say super brilliant, but Waka was solid. I mean, I would have liked to have seen him go just a little bit further than what he did. I mean, he did give you 5 2/3. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, one earned, gave up one earned run. Obviously, they're only run. Well, yeah, the Twins only run on Friday night, but I mean, again, he was good in the bullpen. I mean, is again, and I've said it before. It's not 2014, 2015 Royals level dominant bullpen, but they're still solid. They're still good, better than last year, and better than some of the bullpens over the last several years. So Estevez did come in and get his 38th save, which I believe is league leading, because Ranger Suarez for the Padres is also up there, but the Padres have kind of been struggling or just like blowing out, like because the save situation is 3 runs, so like technically a blowout is like 4 or more. So maybe they're winning by 4 or 5 runs, and obviously don't need him to come into the game. But man, I mean, has he always been lights out? No, but I mean, again, he has 38 saves, so Estevez has been really what you've needed at the back end of the bullpen, closing out those wins. But the highlight offensively was a Michael Garcia 2-run home run in the 3rd inning into the left field visiting bullpen. Oh man, actually, I think it got over. Now I can't remember, but I mean, I know it was a shot, and it was just like, hey, there we go. I mean, they did have opportunities to extend the lead, and of course, would you like them to extend the lead? Yeah, but hey, 2 runs ended up being all they needed. They take game 1 Friday night, and again, we're the only Kansas City team to win on Friday night. Then in game 2, whoo, kind of, hey, no Bobby, no problem. We'll get to Sunday, but no Bobby, no problem. I mean, the Royals offense absolutely erupted for an 11-2 win over the Twinkies. And again, just to start on the pitching side, because I mean, I don't know if he truly is hurt. Again, I think it just is fatigue. But they did put Seth Lugo on the 10 or 15-day IL, and called up Stephen Kolek to take his spot. Boy, was he fantastic Saturday night. He went 7 strong, only gave up 2 runs, had 1 walk, only 4 strikeouts. But I mean, he gave you solid 7 just brilliant innings, helping keep the bullpen rested. And then when the other roster moves here at the beginning of September, because they called back Cags, because he was so, like, his spot was kind of there. And then they also put Indy on the IL. And then they called up Carter Jensen, because you got 2 extra spots, fielder, or I should say position player and pitcher. And they called up Luis Avila too. Oh man, he looks so good. He pitched again yesterday, but man, he looks so good. He's looked so good since getting called back up, because he had made a brief, I think like 1 or 2 games again for someone that was hurt, and then got sent back to Omaha, and then now he's a part of the roster expansion call up. But man, he looked really, really good out of the bullpen. And on Saturday, Carter Jensen got his first MLB hit. So congratulations, Carter. I mean, he's a Kansas City native. He's a big Royals fan. I mean, he grew up, obviously he's younger than me, but, grew up rooting for Salvi. Like, Salvi was his idol. So now he gets to play with Salvador Perez. I mean, that's just awesome. So congrats on him finally I mean, 2 games in, so I mean, when I say finally, I don't mean it like completely bad. Like, oh, he's like been up here a week and is like finally like, no, like, congrats, you finally got your hit. Because I mean, he only made a pinch hit appearance on Friday, and he struck out. But I mean, I can just imagine the pressure, especially even on Saturday, playing in front of his family and friends. So, but congrats, you got. I mean, Jack has looked good since being brought back after his rehab assignment. But man, I mean, the offense exploded. Salvi homered, so he's now 2 home runs away from 300 for his career. Uh, and selfishly, I mean, with this week with them being on the road, I mean, obviously, if I mean, obviously, there's times you like, oh, you're down 6-0, and okay, you hit a solo shot, and that like has like no effect other than just helping your stats. But selfishly, I kind of hope it goes a week this week without hitting one. I mean, if he hits one, obviously, I ain't gonna be mad. Or hits 2 to get to 300, or even 3 to get over 300. I ain't gonna be mad, but selfishly, I want him to get 300 at home at the K in front of the home fans. Like that's just me being selfish. Like, but man, I mean, granted, he could go a 3 week slump and then we're looking at next year, but I think he's going to get to 300 this year. So, I mean, what an accomplishment to get to 300 career home runs. So, way to go, Salvi. But yeah, I mean, just the offense broke out. I mean, you had a 5-run first to get it all started, and then a 3-run third, and then you had some sprinkled runs a little bit the rest of the game. But I mean, they just came out firing. So hey, again, like, hey, Bobby, no problem. Again, we'll get to Sunday, but our offense broke out in a big way to be able to take the series and set themselves up for a sweep yesterday. But they lost 5-1. So they don't get the sweep. Although, well, and again, another note on, was it yesterday or sorry, was it Friday? My bad. I'm sorry. No, yeah, it was Saturday. Sorry. They finally beat Joe Ryan on Saturday. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, we finally beat the pitcher that's been dominating us. And again, at some point we were, and I know, like, it's not like Bailey. I don't think yesterday was Bailey Ober's first career win against the Royals. But he is a pitcher the Royals have fared well against, so it was frustrating that they didn't. Although, again, you kind of look at the lineup, and the lineup left a little bit to be desired. So the starting lineup was Yaz, Garcia, Vinny, Salvi, Grichuk, Massey, Lofton, Isbell, and Maley because they had Salvi DHing. But I feel like you got to play Carter Jensen. I mean, I'm not like mad at Maley because, again, like, obviously Salvi is not going to be catching every day, but give that to Carter Jensen. I mean, that's why you brought him up. So I don't I mean, he did pinch hit late in the game, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, not going to completely criticize because, again, like almost any lineup any day, you can be like, well, why is he batting or why is he batting in that spot? So, but Garcia, Vinny, and Salvi, all three struggled. So and I mean, granted, I think Garcia is probably your second best hitter right now behind Bobby. But when those three struggle and don't do anything, you're not going to win a lot of games, especially when you don't have Bobby in the lineup. Now, again, I know Bobby's not going to be playing every day, but yeah. So you lost 5-1 over Lorenzen. Looked okay, but he did kind of struggle. He did have 4 in earned runs over 5 1/3. He does take the loss again. Ober got the win. Again, at least you took the series, so that's the positive thing. But man, you really needed to sweep one of the Twins or the Angels, and they didn't get that done. So, but again, you're right there for the wild card. Again, just looking at the standings, so you entering the week, you are 2 back. You're only a half game behind Texas. So we'll see. And it's a relatively, because again, I'm just not overly high on the Indians. Now, Philly's going to be tough, especially in Philly over the weekend. But especially looking at this Indian series, this 4-game set, which will start tonight. Like, you got to find a way to take, because again, Cleveland's right there too. So, and Cleveland's only a half game back of you. So, you kind of really need to take 3 out of 4 here to put yourself in a good position and keep them behind you in the standings. Which again, going back to like when they played the Rangers, when they took 3 out of 4, like you kept them, it was just only because they kind of got just a little bit harder than you did, even though you were still playing decent, but they were just like a little bit hotter, winning on days you lost. So they actually really pick up the game. But so this weekend, or sorry, not this weekend, this week, Monday through Thursday, they will head to Cleveland to take on those Indians. And the pitching matchups tonight will be Ryan Berger against Slade Sassoni. Okay. I think that's how you say it, but man, I mean, and again, I think like the Royals, even again with their struggles, is still a better offense in my opinion than the Indians. And especially right now with the injuries they're dealing with, the Indians pitching doesn't scare me. So, and Berger's been really good. So, I mean, it's almost like Berger one day. So we'll see what he's got there tonight. And then tomorrow night will be Noah Cameron against Joey Cantillo. So they did skip Noah's last start. So hopefully he is much better in this start against the Indians. Then on Wednesday will be Micah Waka against Logan Allen, who's kind of like their ace, but he's struggled. I mean, he's 7-11 with a 4.46 ERA. Waka has been solid. I mean, again, he struggled a little bit against the Twins, but for the most part, he's going to give you, again, 5-6 innings just about every start and give up anywhere between 0 and like 3 runs. So he should be able to keep the Royals in this game. And then to round out on Thursday, it'll be Stephen Kolek against Gavin Williams. Now, Gavin kind of has been the best pitcher. He is 10-5 this year with a 3.17 ERA. So we'll see. So I kind of feel like if you're going to take the series, you got to win Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then if you end up losing Thursday, fine. I mean, now you could still beat Gavin Williams, but it was almost like the Cleveland series where Friday and Saturday, like they won Saturday, they let Friday get away. So had they won Friday, I mean, because Scooball was lights out then on Sunday, and the Tigers took the series. So the Indians' best pitcher will be going in the last game. So not saying you can't beat him. I mean, Scooball is definitely better than Gavin Williams, but again, as far as just looking at team's best pitcher, he's going in the last game of the series. So not saying you can't win, but to almost ensure you take the series, win, tonight, tomorrow, on Wednesday. And then, hey, if you somehow get the sweep, or say you do drop one of these games Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then you take that, cool. I mean, again, just looking like he is their best pitcher. So, but your offense got to honestly still step up. But, I mean, this is a big series. You got to keep Cleveland behind you in the standings. But it is a little bit like, how are they above 500 right now? I mean, I just don't understand that. Like, I just don't think they're that good of a team. I mean, again, they're pitching, but they've had injuries. So, like, it would be one thing if their pitching was, like, completely healthy. But again, their offense is Steven Kwan and Jose Ramirez. And I'm not saying those guys aren't good, but again, that kind of isn't offense. So if you kind of keep them down a little bit, I mean, just don't let the guys on in front of them get and kind of dare the bottom of the lineup, which has beaten them a little bit, but just kind of dare the bottom part of their lineup to beat you. With that, though, I will say the Royals do take 3 out of 4 in Cleveland. So, but I mean, this is a really, really big. I mean, obviously for both teams, but I mean, again, obviously just from the Royals, obviously talking Royals perspective, this is a big series if you want to make the playoffs. So I still believe, I think they can get it done because, again, I mean, Philly's going to be tough, but and just sometimes for whatever reason, Cleveland wins some of these games. But if you can take 3 out of 4 and then don't get swept in Philly, great. I mean, I know Seattle and Toronto are tough, but you did go up and take 2 out of 3. I mean, again, that was a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago, because it was at the beginning of August when they played, so a little over a month ago. And I know things are different for both teams a little bit. I just do feel like the Royals, especially pitching wise, match up better against the Blue Jays, and they do kind of match up decent against the Mariners too. And then you get those series at home, because then you played Seattle earlier in Seattle in the 4 game, you split the series, and that was kind of when you were still struggling, because that was at the end of June or near the end of June. Or sorry, that was at the beginning of July. Like, you kind of were. So yeah, exactly, you were exactly coming off that horrible month of June, and then that was your first series in July, and like Seattle was playing pretty good ball at the time, and you were able to go in there and split the series. So, and I mean, I'm saying Seattle's not playing good right now. I mean, they're playing okay, but you get that series at home, and then again, you should have. So we'll see, but on paper, that Angels series and A series are 2 series you should absolutely win. So we'll see what they do here down the stretch in these final 3 weeks, if they can make the playoffs, and then see what happens. Even kind of like last year, I mean, I know they obviously lost to the Yankees in the divisional round, but you beat Baltimore in the wild card series. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do. Now, the Braves this weekend didn't have, and again, they were playing the Mariners. Kind of started good Friday, but they ultimately dropped the series to the Mariners 2 out of 3. Saturday and Sunday just were awful, but like I said, Friday did start out decent. You did win 4-1. Iggy Rafael Iglesias got his 24th save of the season. Tyler Kenley ended up picking up the win. I mean, Chris Sale was really good. He went 6 2/3, only gave up 1 run. Now, unfortunately, didn't get the decision because, because when he gave up the run, it tied the game, and then the Braves did score 3 in the 8th to be able to win the game. So, unfortunately, obviously, Chris Sale doesn't get the win, but and now since coming back, man, in his couple starts, he has looked really good. But they have said they just want to try and go out and win every ball game. They're not looking to play spoiler, even though I feel like that kind of is. They're just kind of playing for pride. They don't want to just lay over. So, and I like to see that. So, but the rest of the series, not so good. You got crushed then you got crushed even more Sunday, but you got crushed 10-2 on Saturday. I mean, not much to say. I mean, Waldrop wasn't horrible because then, the rest of the runs came off the bullpen. I mean, he gave you 5 innings, only gave up 2 runs. I mean, the 5 walks is concerning. Did have 5 strikeouts, gave up a home run, but he kept you in the ball game. And actually, the Braves were only down 1 after he came out. So you were in the ball game. He kept you in the ball game, but the bullpen didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Gave up 4 runs in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and then 1 more for good measure in the 10th as the Braves lose 10-2. So, but again, hey, Hurston, I mean, he could have some struggling starts here to conclude his rookie year, but man, he's looked good and gives you, he's most likely going to compete for a starting role next year in the bullpen, or at least maybe long reliever, coming out of the bullpen. But he'll probably be a starter. Now, Sunday, yesterday, I'll be honest, I turned this game off. It was bad. Joey Wentz was just atrocious. You're like, oh, okay, give up 1 and the second, and you're down. You're like, oh, okay. Seattle had an 8-run third, and from there it was over. Honestly, it was over. Added 1 more in the 4th for good measure. Okay, Braves scored 1 in the 4th, and the Mariners had another 1 in the 6th. So they're up 11-2. And then, hey, for good measure, let's just have a 7-run 9th inning. Yeah, bullpen definitely struggled, especially Saturday and Sunday. Again, I turned it off after the 6th inning, so I didn't even see the 7. I saw it, but I didn't see it because, again, got the notifications on Twitter. But, man, there really is not much to say about Saturday's and Sunday's game. When you lose 10-2 and 18-2, yeah, there's really not much to talk about because you just got absolutely dog walked. So thought they might have had a chance to take the series because Seattle has struggled on the road this year, but they didn't look like it. I mean, Friday night it looked like, oh, okay, their road struggles are going to continue. But didn't look like that Saturday and Sunday. So this week though, the Braves will continue their 9-game homestand against the Cubs and Astros. So you did lose 2 of 3 last week in Chicago. So maybe they can flip the script and take 2 out of 3 this week against the Cubbies. But, I mean, the Cubs have kind of struggled, but I still don't think they're in danger of missing the playoffs, but they might lose out on that top wild card spot. So they kind of need to get it together. But, so tonight, it'll be Shota Imanaga against Bryce Elder. Kind of same sort of pitching matchups as last week. It'll be Cade Horton against Spencer Strider on Tuesday. As of right now, the Cubs have not announced a starter. So, hey, it's that TBD guy, man. He's undefeated against Chris Sale. So, I mean, again, Elder's okay. I mean, Strider has looked a little bit better, and they did skip his last start. So, just to give him a little bit extra rest. And then, of course, Chris Sale on Wednesday. And with the Cubs' struggles, again, maybe you can take this series. I mean, again, Shota and Horton, especially Horton, but I mean, we'll see what Strider does because he has looked a little bit better. But, and then, of course, TBD. So, could be one where you win tonight, lose tomorrow, win on Wednesday behind Chris Sale. But again, they've said it. They just want to try and go out and win, take it one game at a time. Just so we'll see. I mean, I think they can play a little bit and keeping the Cubs out of the top wild card spot. But we'll see what the Braves do. I hope they. I think they might take. I'll kind of say they will take 2 out of 3 from the Cubbies here. But and then just even broad looking at their schedule, then next week they're on the road against Washington, Detroit, and then they'll end the season at home against the Nationals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, again, they are looking. They're 64-79 right now. They are still just back of the Marlins. So, again, hopefully they can pass them for third in the division. Obviously, I mean, I don't see them only losing 2 games, so there's really no chance at them finishing 500. But if you can avoid like well over 90 losses, which I think they can. I think they can play just good enough these last 3 weeks to avoid well over like a 95 plus loss season. So, but we'll see. I mean, this is going to be fun last 3 weeks. The playoffs are coming up very fast, so I'm excited for the MLB playoffs, and I hope the Royals are in it again this year for back-to-back seasons. So, but hey, it's Monday. There's baseball tonight. You got Monday Night Football tonight. On my next episode, I will be recapping, or I should say episodes, not sure again what order. Over the week, and just even kind of looking big picture week, I'll be recapping the Michigan-Oklahoma game and then previewing their upcoming game. And then the Nebraska game, their shutout victory over Akron. And then looking ahead to their upcoming game this Saturday, recapping K-State's. I said they would win, but I was worried. I thought it would be a close game kind of figured it would be a close game, and then they ended up losing to Army. So I'll be recapping that. Recapping Mizzou's, hey, the border is still ours. Their massive border war win over that school to the west, KU, and then recapping the college football weekend in general and going over my picks, and then previewing the upcoming weekend, and then also recapping the Chiefs' Week 1 defeat in Brazil and looking ahead to their Super Bowl rematch against the Eagles on Sunday, which, man, the Chiefs are staring 0-2 in the face, and it's like realistic that they can be and might be 0-2. And then recapping the NFL weekend, which, hey, I don't know if you guys watched Monday, or not Monday night. Today's Monday, Sunday Night Football. Oh, that was a crazy game between the Bills and Ravens. Holy cow! Baltimore blew a huge lead. Like, holy cow! Dang, Buffalo came back and won that game. That was crazy. So I'll be talking that, and then again, just recapping the NFL weekend and looking ahead to this weekend's action, which that video will either be put out Monday or sometime early, like late Thursday afternoon, early Thursday evening, like before the Thursday night game. So, but that is what you can be expecting in the next episodes and this week on the show. So with that, I thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can get notified when I release those videos. I hope you guys had a great weekend. So hopefully you're not too down whether your team lost. I mean, I don't know who everyone is a fan of watching this. So, hey, hopefully your team won, unless you're Kansas. I'm glad your team lost. So with that, let's go Royals.